Now that we're trying to not have dead air, there's gonna be so much dead air.
We're just like,
Anything you want to add to that, Will?
Welcome back to another episode of The Movie Boys.
David, look! They're wheels! Wheels? 여기 대체 어디야?
집이지? 우리 새로 시작한다고 그랬잖아. 이게 그거야. 아빠는 빅 가든 하나 만들 거야.
What a wonderful day to be in the house of the Lord. If you're here with us for the first time, please stand. What a beautiful family. Glad you're here.
How's your daddy like that new farm? He growing things good, doing things right?
Yes.
미국 애들은 할머니랑 같이 방 쓰는 거 싫어한다던데.
But I don't like Grandma.
쟤는 안 그래요. 한국애니까.
Grandma smells like Korea.
야, 뭐라고? 그랜마 스멜?
우리 여기 있다간 망할 거야. 애들을 위해서라도 한 번 더 생각해 볼 수 있잖아.
애들도 한 번쯤 아빠가 뭔가 해내는 거 봐야 될 거 아니야.
깨라 이놈아.
할머니는 진짜 할머니 같지 않아요.
할머니 같은 게 뭔데?
쿠키도 만들고 나쁜 안 입고 먼저 팬티도 안 입고.
We need to find water somewhere. If that soil ain't wet, you're gonna lose a crop.
결혼하면서 했던 말 기억나? 미국에 가서 서로를 구해주자고 했던 거.
기억해.
어이, 프리티 보이, 프리티 보이.
I'm not pretty. I'm good looking.
So a lot of people probably don't know like what Minari is about because it just came out. So it's about a Korean family that actually lives in the U.S. The parents are from Korea, but clearly they have two kids that have grown up in America, and they're in California. And what they do pretty much is sort out male chickens and female chickens, so they can use the females and kill the male chickens. And they come over to Arkansas to kind of start over and start a new life because the dad wanted to farm pretty much and live the American dream. And they're living in a trailer home, and it's just rough for them. And it's just kind of showing their struggles of living in that home and trying to make it as a Korean family in the United States, in Arkansas. And that's it for the plot.
That was a good plot, Jake.
yeah. What year exactly? Was it like late 90s?
I want to say 80s.
Early 2000s? 80s?
I literally thought it was the 50s.
Definitely not the 50s.
I don't even have a guess.
They talked about a president.
That was the 80s.
Reagan.
Oh, yeah. Because, yeah, he's like Reagan and the Farmers or something. It's the 80s.
It is the 80s. Okay.
Knew it.
I thought Reagan was in the
That's good.
50s.
Like the
Fun
Mountain
fact.
Dew packaging, I was like, oh, when is
Exactly that.
this? Yeah.
Mountain Dew is super old.
If we do-
So are we giving ratings?
We might as well start in hot with the ratings and then just discuss our ratings.
All right, everyone write your ratings down on a piece of paper and then show the camera at the same time, right? That's what we do. All right. And we're back in 3, 2, 1. Will, take it away.
Are we ready to do ratings? Everybody written down?
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Let's go. All at the
Should we
same
go by?
time?
No, hold on. Let's do it this way. Who do you think gave it the lowest rate? Oh, who do you think gave it the highest rating? And they'll go first.
I think Will gave
I
it
bet-
the highest rating.
I think Colin gave it the highest rating.
I think Ben gave it the lowest rating.
Oh, I think Jake gave the highest rating. So
That's funny, man.
Let's
one
go.
We're all over the place. It's
All right, let's do Will. Will, what's your rating? 9.0.
9.
A 9?
Yeah.
I think Jake was
all right.
Will might have been the biggest. Jake, what was yours?
We got a skew.
9.6.
He didn't like it.
7.8.
7.8.
We be
Wow.
skewing.
Oh,
8.2.
That's a
8.1.
8.L. 8.L, dude.
8.0.
8.0.
Nice.
Will's a fucking outlier.
Phil, you got some explaining. Will, let's hear it, man.
All right. So first off, I want to say the relationship with Grandma and Daniel was like so fucking beautiful, and that sold the movie for me. I was like, oh, this is an incredible movie. I mean, the grandma healed him. Like, I don't know if when like she said like you're such a that scene where she's like telling him how much like of a strong boy he is and how like overlooked like he's been, and that was like the first time in his life someone like said that about him. I don't know, it was just like one of the most like tender, beautiful scenes I've seen on cinema in a really, really long time. That felt like, you know, really authentic. And that's what I crave in movies, and I will like absolutely stand by my rating because of, I mean, that scene was like the pinnacle of the movie for me.
That scene made me smile for sure.
Yeah. And also like just like the little lessons were so interesting. The whole like snake thing, like better to like see it. I don't know. I just thought those were some like beautifully crafted all around scenes.
I'm with you. The grandma literally carried that movie, like at points. She was so good.
Funny. She was sweet.
Yeah, she was funny and just like totally normal and nice and not like over the top. You know, she was just cool grandma. The pee scene was kind of weird when the kid peed in that cup and gave it to her. That was a little weird. But yeah, I agree with you, Will, a lot. Like a lot of those parts with the grandma and that kid were really touching, especially when the kid was afraid to die and the grandma like brought him in.
Yes.
That was touching.
I'm glad you brought that up.
So like all of that is great. All of that is amazing. But at the end of the day, I thought the story could have been better. Like it just kind of their garden got on fire, and then I was like, oh, this is the climax. It's like, nope, it's the end of the movie. Like, I don't know. There was no like, I didn't really see an arc between the dad and the mom. They literally left it as like, we can't do this anymore. And then like that fire is supposed to bring them together kind of thing. I don't know. It's super weird. And I think the mom should have been rooting for the dad more instead of being like, you chose gardening over our family and stuff. Like he was trying to do both. He was trying to do everything for the family. I thought she could have been a little nicer to him at times. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, but I think like the tension in their relationship was also the point, which I think they also like crafted that in a way where like those characters didn't have much of an arc and like also felt kind of like not present fully, because I think the movie was more about the kids and the parents weren't present, right? They're working all the time. They're like working these long hours. And I think that like that was crafted like on purpose. But you did bring up a fantastic thing, that scene where she's talking about like, why are you even thinking about like heaven or hell? Like why you should not be like afraid of that. And I was like, that was a very profound scene. I don't know. I thought that was really interesting. Cause like I thought about that shit as a kid. Like I was like horrified to go to hell, and like why the hell like was I thinking about that? I don't know.
That's true. That's true. I used to, when I was a kid, I've always had anxiety even when I was younger, but I would like always constantly feel my heart to make sure it was still beating. And like if I couldn't hear it, I'd freak out, dude. Like freak out. This was when I was like 7 years old. I was on my way to a basketball game and I made my mom pull over because I said my heart stopped beating.
Whoa. She's like,
I was a little
Jay,
freak, dude.
Jay, come on.
Yeah, my cousin was in the car. He's like, dude, if your heart would stop beating, you wouldn't be alive. We were on the way to a basketball game.
Which cousin? Call him
Zach.
out. Oh, damn.
Zach the Smarty.
He was a year older than me, dude. He was mature.
Yeah.
He knew. He knew about the heart. All right, Mr. Shot, you've been pretty quiet.
It was an alright movie. My biggest complaint about the movie, I guess the biggest drawback in the movie, is that the biggest conflict was just marital strife, and that was like the thing that was like hardest for the family, was dealing with their marital strife. And the stakes never really felt very high in that movie, and that was kind of it for me.
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
Kind of like First Cow. Like, there wasn't that much stakes in that movie. I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, there were the high stakes of like the little boy potentially dying the whole movie until he like.
That's what I was gonna say, but they did a poor job like conveying that message, right? For some reason, like I could never believe that they were actually that worried.
I think like
it.
a very like interesting point that like should be made is like, you also have to think about the dad's character he gave up everything to move to America for a better life for his family, and he has to like sex chickens every day. Every day, that's like what he does all day long for years and years. Like that has to be some like put you in a pretty fucked up place.
Yeah, one of my favorite lines. Yeah, one of my favorite lines from the movie is when he's like explaining why he wants this farm so bad to his wife, and he says, "They need to see me succeed at something." I was like, "Damn, that's something like everyone can relate to, right? Like you're just feeling like a loser. You don't want to be a loser in front of your kids, you know."
Especially the Korean culture, I feel like, is like the father is supposed to take care of the family, the mother is supposed to take care of the kids, and the father is supposed to make all the money. So I think that can play a part in it too. So what should have happened to make the stakes higher, do we think? Like what was the movie missing? Because like not all of us, but like we feel like it was like missing a little something, but I can't really pinpoint like I guess what I would have done better.
Yeah, so for me, like I'll explain why I thought the stakes felt high, and then I don't know, see what you guys think. But like the stakes felt high because like he took this huge risk to buy this farm and plant these Korean vegetables with no plan, never growing on that land. He had no insurance. That's 50 acres of land is, that's a lot of land. That's a lot of crops, no crop insurance. Like that's so high risk to me. Because like if it fails, like it fails, and there's nothing to sell, and there's nothing, which it ended up there was nothing to sell. But that's like, and then the whole well thing, like having well water like for your farm or whatnot, like that can run dry at any time, and if it runs dry, that's also a huge risk and like a big chance. So those kind of kept me on edge. Like I wanted to know if he was going to succeed with like grow these plants and provide for his family, or fail and like be broke and indebted.
But why set the barn on fire without just making it a cop out for the end of the movie? Like he had a sale. This dude, he's going to bring produce to this dude. Why set the barn on fire?
I don't think it was a cop out. I think it was
it feels like they were like, oh, yeah, he almost got a sale. Let's light the barn on fire, and then they can go pick Minari or whatever. It's like if that barn didn't get lit on fire, he could have had a legitimate business. I don't know. It's the ending frustrated me because
there's probably a theme. There's probably a reason. Let's think of the reason. Maybe it's to show that like
that shit happens.
It shows that Steven Yeun or whatever. Glenn was so into his farm business, and he was stopped thinking about his family and caring about his family. And then when this happened, it was like, oh, my family is so important to me. Like when the wife was helping him and he tried to find her and stuff, like maybe that could be a thing. It highlights the importance of his family that he's been missing or forgetting.
Yeah.
Or it could just be like a life's not fair type ending, because like life isn't fair and like people lose everything all the time. That's why it doesn't like feel like a cop out to me. Like it just like that's how some people's lives go. Like everything goes wrong.
Like I like the movies like this where it's just like it's just life, you know? Like it's not a crazy story, it's just kind of life and it's told kind of beautifully. It's very A24.
Super nuance. I like the like nuance of like the different scenarios they set. That's why I like Manchester by the Sea too. Like it feels,
I was thinking Manchester and I was gonna say see a comparison, but I was like also the kids die and I was like I can't compare these two. Sorry, spoilers everybody. Fans.
Yeah, Manchester by the Sea was sad.
Oh yeah.
Good insight.
That's gonna be the whole clip.
that's gonna be the title of the episode. Manchester by the Sea.
But I did like the end of Minari. Something about after they lose the farm, or at least the year's harvest of the farm, right? And they go back to that creek and they start picking the Minari that grandma planted there. It was like they got something to fall back on, right? It's like it's not the end of the story. Like at least they've got something here, right? So now that they don't have the farm, or the farm failed, they don't have revenue for the farm for the year, at least the family's still together. Something like that.
Well, you're stupid.
Something like that.
What's sex?
Sex that chicken.
Sex that chicken?
I don't know how.
Does it have a dick or no?
Well, they should all
Female,
theoretically,
right?
yeah, they should all theoretically be females, but sometimes males like slip in.
If there was
Life finds a way.
Dang, look at that thing.
This is this breed. This breed is called a Rhode Island Red.
Oh.
This is Ruthie, the Rhode Island Red. I'll show you the setup.
Holy shit.
Oh, whoa.
All right, viewers, here in for a treat. Tour of Will's Chicken Factory.
Chicken Factory. Oh, it's kind of sad.
They have to be under a heat light while they're babies.
My grandma used to have that, and I used to get so weirded out by it.
Really?
Yeah.
With
like
plants?
I go in the basement, there's like that red light, and it's weird.
With chickens?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Swag.
How much are chickens? Like how much are chickens cost?
$1.49 for 10 at Burger King.
What's the price of chicken?
They were like,
oh shit.
They were like
okay.
$3 a piece.
Here are the nominees. American Psycho. A wealthy New York City investment banking executive, Patrick Bateman, hides his alternative psychopathic ego from his coworkers and friends as he delves deeper into his violent hedonistic fantasies.
Okay.
Captain Fantastic. In the forests of the Pacific Northwest, a father devoted to raising his 6 kids with a rigorous physical and intellectual education is forced to leave his paradise and enter the world, challenging his idea of what it means to be a parent. Sing Street. A boy growing up in Dublin during the 1980s escapes his strained family life by starting a band to impress the mysterious girl he likes. And You Were Never Really Here. A traumatized veteran, unafraid of violence, tracks down missing girls for a living. When a job spins out of control, his nightmares overtake him as a conspiracy is uncovered, leading to what may be his death trip or his awakening. The third place movie is actually the winner.
What? Oh.
See, look, it's got 2 first place votes, but somehow they put it at 3rd.
Well, it's
I don't
taking
know.
the averages, dude.
Well,
It's taking the averages of what you put at 3rd and 4th.
no, because this is 7 points. This is Oh wait, these are all 7 points. What the fuck?
What?
Oh, it was a
It's
three-way
the
tie.
The three-way tie. Holy
Well, yeah,
shit.
because wait,
Oh my, what are we doing?
20 minutes later.
If you guys
Dang.
want a behind the scenes look at how the frick we pick a movie, it's very stressful.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Wait, that's surprising. What should we do then? Yeah.
Is one of the tiebreakers most first place votes? I feel like that was something we
Oh.
did several months ago. Because that is most first place votes right there.
that could be.
I didn't ask for that. Who nominated American Psycho?
I did.
All right, you're a loser, so you pick the winner.
Holy shit. I feel like
You
we gotta
picked.
I feel like we gotta do You're Never Really Here, because 2 first place votes. Who else can say that? Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah, but that's just funny how we literally had a 5-minute spiel on Sing Street or Captain Fantastic, and then we end up watching.
This is
You Were Never
Joaquin
Really
mother
Here.
frickin'
Yeah.
Phoenix, baby.
Meanwhile,
I
Phoenix-
fucking love him. Why do I
Bonus
feel like-
question: Joaquin
Joking.
Phoenix Joker overrated or no?
No, I think it was really
Let us know in the comments below.
well. That's another episode of Movie Boy Club with 2 balds, 1 haired, and another haired. Post your.
2.
Wait, do we gotta say what we're watching next week so everybody knows?
We already did.
Okay,
What are we watching next week, Colin?
I have no
Sing Street.
idea.
We're watching You Were Never Really Here, 2017 crime drama mystery.
Starring
Boy.
Starring Joaquin Phoenix.